السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله، الحمد لله، الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I welcome you back to Qisas Nabiyeen, and we are doing volume 5. And today, inshallah ta'ala, we have the Islam of Umar ibn al-Khattab. Obviously, the stories of Umar radiallahu anh accepting Islam, he's him taking out the sword and all that is not authentic. But yeah, we're just reading as a part of, as to learn Arabic and not as a part of history or not as a part of to learn the Sirah. For that, you have to look at other books where there's authentic, revelations of Sirah. So Islam or Umar ibn al-Khattab, authentic narrations of the Sirah. وَأَيَّدَ اللَّهُ الْإِسْلَامَ وَالْمُسْلِمِينَ. أَيَّدَ يُؤَيِّدُ, to help. Allah help the Islam and Muslimin بإسلام عمر ibn al-Khattab al-Adawi al-Qurashi. He was from Banu Adi. Now, and he is al-Qurashi. وكان رجلا, and he was al-Muhiban. He was a man who was feared. Muhiban, ahaba yuhibu. Muhib ismul fa'il from that. Imposing, also they're translating as imposing man. ذا قوة وشكيمة. It should be ذا قوة. ذا قوة وشكيمة. Shakim is to have determination. Determination. He was a man of a lot of determination. From Sheen, Kaf, and Mim. Sheen, Kaf, and Mim. Shakima. ذا قوة. From Shakama, Yashkumu, to bridle an animal. So Shakima, plural is Shakaim, is to break something. Because he had a lot of determination, or someone who's obstinate is also obstinate. وكان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حريصا على إسلامه يدعو الله لذلك. And Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم was very eager for his Islam, and he used to call towards it. وكان من خبر إسلامه, and from the news, or from the khabar which has come, from the athar which has come for Islam, أن أخته, that his sister Fatima bint al-Khattab أسلمت. That Fatima bint al-Khattab, she had accepted Islam. وأسلم بعلها سعيد بن زيد. بعل يعني her husband also accepted Islam. وكان يخفيان إسلامهما, and they were خفية يخفى. So it should be يخفيان, I think. خفية يخفى يخفيان إسلامهما, and they both were hiding their Islam. من عمر, from Umar. ولهيبته وشدته على الإسلام والمسلمين, because of his hayba, fear, and his severeness on Islam and Muslims. وكان خباب بن الأرت, and خباب بن الأرت يختلف إلى فاطمة. I mean, he اختلف is to differ, but here خباب يختلف, if it comes with إلى, he is to keep going to Fatima. This is not true and all that. يقرأها القرآن, and is to recite for her القرآن. فخرج عمر يوما متوشحا سيفه, and one day Umar, he left متوشحا. توشح يتوشح, removing, removing his what do you call, sword. That means washaha is to dress, and then wearing, maybe mutawashihan, not removing but wearing, donning, and donning his saif. Yuridu Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he wanted the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, warahtan, and a group from his people, ashabe. No, rahat. Rahat is a group. Rahat, or a party. Rahata is to actually mean to gobble up, but Rahat Arhat is a group, band, troop. قد ذكر له أنهم اجتمعوا في بيت عند الصفا. And it was mentioned that they were gathered in a house في بيت عند الصفا at صفا. فلقيه نعيم بن عبد الله. نعيم بن عبد الله, he met him. وهو من قومه بني عدي, and he was from his people from من بني عدي, he was from بنو عدي. وكان قد أسلم, and he had accepted Islam. فقال له أين تريد يا عم عمر, and uh, where are you intending to go? Like أين تريد, يعني what do you want, but where do you want? That means to go is understood. قال أريد محمدا هذا الصابئ. I want Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, this Sabe. Sabe means they used to call, Saba'a, Sabian. Muslims were called as by Quraysh as, they become Sabians. Alladhi farraqa amra Quraysh, who had separated the matter of Quraysh, وَسَفَّحُ أَحْلَامَهَا. Ahlam literally dreams. It has come before also, but here, the beliefs. And Hulm, Ahlam, uh, he has, what do you say? He has made their beliefs, he deemed their beliefs foolish. وَعَابَدِينَهَا, and he has criticized their religion. وَسَبَّ آلِهَتَهَا, and he cursed their gods. فَأَقْتُلُهُ, so I will kill him. فَقَالَ لَهُ نُعَيْمٌ, so Nu'aym said to him, لَقَدْ غَرَّتْكَ نَفْسُكَ يَا عُمَرْ, indeed your soul has deceived you. Ya Umar, this is the file, I believe. غَرَّتْكَ, deceived you. أَفَلَا تَرْجِعُوا إِلَىٰ أَهْلِ بَيْتِكَ فَتُقِيمُ أَمْرِهِمْ أو أَمْرَهُمْ, will you not return to your people of your family and establish, their matter? تُقِيمُ أَقَامَ يُقِيمُ, you correct the affair. Because your sister itself, herself has accepted Islam. قال عمر وأي أهل بيتي, and which people of my house. وأي أهل بيتي, قال أختك, it should be, no? What is this? Khatnuka. What does khatana mean? So khatan, akhtan, son-in-law. Son-in-law, not actually son-in-law, brother-in-law here, but khatanuka, because khatana yakhtinu is to circumcise. Similar word they've used for son-in-law. Khatan, akhtan, bridegroom also. Oh, it could be bridegroom. Khatanuka wabnu ammik, and your uncle's brother, Sa'id ibn Zubair, or Sa'id ibn Zaid, wa ukhtuka Fatimatu bintul Khattab, and your sister Fatima bintul Khattab, faqad wallahi aslama, surely by Allah they had both accepted Islam. Taba'a yutabi'u, and they have both taba'a Muhammadan ala dinihi, and they have both followed Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam on his religion. فَعَلَيْكَ بِهِمَا, so be with them. I mean, go to them. وَرَجَعَ عُمَرُ عَامِدًا إِلَى أُخْتِهِ وَخَتَنِهِ, and so Umar returned عَامِدًا إِلَى أُخْتِهِ, intending. Amada is to intend. Amada ya'amidu is to support, but not to support here, to intend. Amd is intentional. وعندهما خباب بن الأرد, like we said, Khabbab used to come. معه صحيفة, and he had a صحيفة of the Quran. فيها طه, this is not all correct. Inshallah, once we finish the story, I'll just read of the qissa of his story. فيها طه يقرئهما إياها, أقرأ أو يقرأوهما. The site also it could be يقرئوهما إياها, he was reciting it to them, that فلما سمعوا حس عمر, and when they felt حس, the presence of Umar, تغيب خباب في مخدع, المخدع البيت الصغير الذي يكون في البيت الكبير. So there's to be a small house inside a big house, like maybe some room or something. Because khada'a yakhda'u is to cheat. Miqda' is a chamber, bed chamber, cabinet, miqda'. So Khabbab, he hid in the miqda', in the chamber room or some small bedroom or somewhere. وأخذت فاطمة الصحيفة. And Fatima, she took the sahifa. She took the mushaf, whichever page they were having of the mushaf of the Quran. Hasses, sensation, perception, feeling. وجعلتها تحت فخذها, and she put it under her thigh. Fakhid is her thigh. That means she sat on it. نعم. وقد سمع عمر حين دنا إلى البيت قراءة خباب. And surely Umar had heard when he came close, dana yadnu, when he came close to the Bayt, قراءة خباب, the recitation of Khabbab. فلما دخل قال ما هذه الحينمة. I think it's حينمة. What is this حينمة? حينمة. حينمة يعني صوت كلام لا يفهم, the sound of the voice which is not understood. حينمة, something which is not some murmuring sound. قال له قال له ما سمعت شيئا. They both said, you have not heard anything. قال بلى والله لقد أخبرت أنكما تابعتما محمدا على دينه. Rather, I, by Allah, I have been informed. I have been informed that you have followed Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on his religion. وبطش عمر بختنه سعيد بن زيد, of Sa'id ibn Zayd, Sa'id ibn Zayd, and Batasha is to become, he went and attacked kind of. Batasha, Batsh is the grip, he gripped. Batsh, inna batsha rabbika la shadid, Batasha. Wa Batasha Umar bi khatanihi, with his brother-in-law, and فقامت إليه أخته فاطمة. But Fatima came and, defending him. لِتَكُفَّهُ عَنْ زَوْجِهَا, so that she can prevent, كَفَّ يَكُفُّ, she can push him back from her husband. فَضَرَبَهَا فَشَجَّهَا, so he hit her and injured her. شَجَّأَ, شَجَّأ, injured her. Blood came coming. فَلَمَّا فَعَلَ ذَلِكَ قَالَتْ لَهُ أُخْتُهُ وَخَتَنُهُ, and when she bashed her, kind of cleaved her. I don't know what happened, but it did not happen actually. فَلَمَّا فَعَلَ ذَلِكَ, and when he did that, قَالَتْ لَهُ أُخْتُهُ وَخَتَنُهُ, his sister, she and her and his brother-in-law said, نعم قد أسلمنا وآمنا بالله ورسوله. Surely we have accepted Islam and in Allah and His Messenger. فَاصْنَعْ مَا بَدَا لَكَ, do whatever pleases you. Bada yabdu, what appears to you. وَلَمَّا ضَعَ عُمَرُ بِأُخْتِهِ مِنَ الدَّمِ, when Umar saw the blood, نَدِمَ عَلَى مَا صَنَعَ, he became ashamed of what he did. وَتَوَقَّفَ, and he stopped. وَقَالَ لِأُخْتِهِ, and he said to his sister, أعطيني هذه الصحيفة التي سمعتكم تقرؤونها آنفا. Give me this. Sahifa is the page, which I heard you were reading. تقرؤونها آنفا. آنفا يعني just now. أنظر ما هذا الذي جاء به محمد. I will see what is this thing which Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought. وكان عمر قارئا, and Umar started reading. فلما قال ذلك, when he said that, قالت له أخته, his sister said to him, إنا نخشاك عليها, we fear upon you. قال لا تخافي, we fear that you will tear it or something. وحلف لها بآلهته, and حليفة, I think. حليفة يحلف, حلف يحلف. حلف يحلف وحلف لها, and he took an oath with his gods. فلما قال ذلك, when he said that, سمعت في إسلامه, she hoped in his Islam. وقالت لا لا يا قالت له يا أخي إنك نجس على شركك, you are impure on your shirk. وإنه لا يمسها إلا الطاهر, مس يمس or يمس, nobody can touch it except a pure one. فقام عمر فاغتسل, so Umar took a bath. فأعطته الصحيفة, then she gave him the صحيفة وفيها طه. فلما قرأ منها صدرا, when he started reading the starting of it, صدرا يعني starting of it, قال ما أحسن هذا الكلام, ما أحسن هذا الكلام وأكرمه, this is تعجب, so أحسن, how good is the speech and how noble. فلما سمع ذلك خباب خرج إليه, now Khabbab, who was hiding, he came out. وقال له يا عمر والله إني لأرجو أن يكون الله قد خصك بدعوة نبيه. By Allah, indeed, I hope that Allah has chosen you, خص, and made specified you or chosen you with the dua of His Prophet. فإني سمعته أمسي. For indeed, that means Allah has accepted dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have heard him yesterday وهو يقول اللهم أيد الإسلام بأبي الحكم ابن هشام يعني أبا جهل, أو بعمر بن الخطاب, أو بعمر بن الخطاب. Allah, Allah, Allah ya Umar, but Allah make it oh Umar, eh? Allah, Allah ya Umar. So oh, okay, okay, this is maybe Khabbab radiallahu anh saying to Umar radiallahu anh, Allah, Allah ya Umar, so fear Allah, Allah, Allah yani fear Allah, oh Umar. Let me take caution of Allah. That's how they say, no? If tahdir, this is another way of saying tahdir, warning. Like there's a dog, so ihdar min al kalb. If you say so much, beware of the dog might attack. So you can just say al kalb, al kalba. The same thing here. Allah, Allah ya Umar. إن ذلك قال لعمر فدلني يا خباب على محمد. To guide me, O Khabbab, to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, حتى آتيه فأسلم, until I come to him and I accept Islam. قال خباب said, هو في بيت عند الصفا, he's in a house in the Safa, معه نفر من أصحابه, he is a group from his companions. فأخذ عمر سيفه فتوشحه, Umar took his sword and he donned it, he wore it. ثم عمد إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, then he intended towards, يعني قصد towards رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, عمد يعمد, وأصحابه, yeah, وأصحابه, and to his companions. فضرب عليهم الباب, and he hit the door, that means he knocked the door. فلما سمعوا صوته, when they heard his voice, قام رجل من أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, a man stood from the companions of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. فنظر من خلال الباب, he saw from the crevice, خلال, from the خلل is interval, خلال, from the crevice, but خلى يخل, to permeate something, it calls, yeah. So khilal is like a gap. Khalal, khilal is also a gap. It's telling it's khilal, so a gap. Khilal is also used. فرآه متوشحا السيف, and he saw him carrying his sword. فرجع إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وهو فزع, he returned to Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم while he was anxious. فقال يا رسول الله هذا عمر بن الخطاب متوشحا السيف. فقال حمزة بن عبد المطلب, this is Umar carrying his sword, and so Hamza ibn Abd al-Muttalib said فأذن له, or فأذن له, this is Amr, إذن لي فأذن, أذن يأذن فأذن له, and so give him permission. فإن كان جاء يريد خيرا بذلناه له, if he wants good, we will بذل, we will give him, بذلناه له. وإن كان جاء يريد شرا قتلناه بسيفه, and if he wants evil, we will kill him with his sword. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذن له, give him permission. فأذن له الرجل, so the man gave him permission to enter. وَنَهَضَ إِلَيْهِ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وسلم حَتَّى لَقِيَهُ فِي الْحُجْرَةِ. So نهض Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم got up until he could meet him in the room. فأخذ حجزته. I don't know. الحجزة موضع شد الإزار. Uh, the place of his sword, huh? Hijza, hijza. Yeah, it is hijza. And something to hold on. Izar. So he took, so he caught hold of his sword area wherever his sword was. Au bi majma'i ridahi, or the total of his rida, majma, the gathering of his rida, where he's tied, something. ثم جبذه به جبذة شديدة. Then he pulled him with a strong pull. وقال ما جاءك بك يا ابن الخطاب. What has brought you, O Ibn al-Khattab? فوالله ما أرى أن تنتهي حتى ينزل الله بك قارعة. I think that you will not stop until Allah will reveal a punishment. فقال عمر يا رسول الله جئتك لأؤمن بالله وبرسوله وبما جاء من عند الله. I've come to believe in Allah and His Messenger and what Allah has brought. قال فكبر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تكبيرا. So Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, Allahu Akbar. عرف منها أهل البيت من أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن عمر قد أسلم. The people of the house, they knew that Umar radiallahu anh had accepted Islam. وعز المسلمون في أنفسهم. And the Muslims became strong. حينما أسلم عمر, when Umar accepted Islam. وقد أسلم حمزة من قبل, and Hamza had accepted before. So both now accept as true strong men, no? Hamza radiallahu anhu as well as Umar radiallahu anhu. وأعلن عمر إسلامه وشاع ذلك في قريش. Umar, he proclaimed his Islam and it spread in Quraysh. وقاتلوه, they fought him. وقاتلهم, and he fought them. حتى يئسوا منه, until they were despaired of him. So this is the story of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. So this story is not correct because in it is Al-Qasim ibn Uthman. There's a narrator, laysa biqawi. Al-Qasim ibn Uthman al-Basri, he's not, he's not correct. He's not authentic. He's not strong. That means it's a weak narrator. There's another isnad, but that is also weak. There's another narration where Rasulullah SAW was reciting innahu laqawlu rasulin kareem wa ma huwa biqawli. No, Rasulullah said, then he was, hiding. This story is also lakin isnaduhu da'if linqita'. Shuhay ibn Abid lam yudrik Umar. There's inqita' in this. Now, so it is weak also. That narration is also weak. So all qisas are not true. That's why Akram Diya Umri, he has Siyar An-Nabawiyya Sahiha or Sirat An-Nabawiyya Sahiha. He says, أما قصة استماعه القرآن يتلوه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في صلاته قرب الكعبة. As for him listening, that could be authentic, right? And Umar was hiding. وكذلك this sister was, but his hitting. فلم يثبت شيء من هذه القصص من طريق صحيح. It's not accepted. Nothing is true. But him listening to the Quran could be say, كما تتفق عليه جميع هذه الروايات. All the riwayat say that him reading the Quran or him listening to the Quran. And this is the reason which many of the Sahaba, they accept Islam. So ultimately we can say, if somebody asks you, how did Umar accept Islam? We say, well, he heard the Quran or he read the Quran. But any story, whichever story is not proven, because there's so much, weak narrators, so many weak narrators, and there's so much in qita also. The narrations are all weak. Allahu alam. Subhanak Allahumma hamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Inshallah, we'll do this in our next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.